Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Next English, the podcast where we make learning English easy and fun. I'm Molly.
Hello, Molly, and hello to all our wonderful listeners. It's so good to be here again.
It's good to have you, Matt. Today we have a really interesting topic. It's about public speaking, and specifically, how to start a speech in a powerful way.
That's a great topic. The first 30 seconds of a speech are so important. They can either grab the audience's attention or lose it.
Exactly. And today, we're not just going to talk about public speaking skills. We're going to focus on the language you can use. We'll look at the simple words and phrases that can make your opening strong and engaging.
So this is a lesson about the language of starting a speech. I like that. But first, a quick and friendly reminder for everyone.
Yes. If you enjoy our lessons, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel, give this video a like, and share it with a friend. Your support is always so appreciated.
It is. Thank you, everyone. Okay, Molly, I'm ready. Let's learn how to start a speech.
Okay, Matt. Before we talk about what to do, let's talk about what not to do. There are some very common but not very effective ways that people start speeches.
I think I know the first one. It's when the speaker gets up and says, "Hello, my name is Matt. I am from The Next English, and today my talk is about..."
Yes, that's the classic boring start. Why is that not a good way to begin?
Well, usually the audience already has a piece of paper or a screen in front of them that has all of that information.
Exactly. You are repeating what they already know. When you do that, you're sending a signal to the audience that this might be a boring talk. It's an invitation for them to check their phones.
That's a good point. So don't start by just stating your name or topic. What's another common mistake?
It's when the speaker gets on stage and fusses with the microphone or the lights. They might say, "Is this on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, right?"
Ah, yes. It doesn't create a very confident first impression. It makes it seem like they are not prepared.
Right. The audience is there to see a leader, an expert. So it's important to start with confidence and a clear plan.
So if we shouldn't start with our name or by checking the microphone, what should we do? What are some good ways to start?
There are 3 very good ways to start a speech that will capture the audience's attention. The first way is to start with a question.
A question that matters to the audience, right?
Yes, you need to think about a problem that your audience faces and turn it into a question. For example, if you are talking to a room full of busy parents, you could start by asking, "Do you ever feel like there aren't enough hours in the day?"
That's a great question. Immediately, all the parents in the room are thinking, yes, and now they're listening to you.
Exactly. It connects you to your audience immediately. What's the second good way to start?
The second way is to start with the surprising fact, something that makes the audience think, wow, really?
A factoid that shocks, as the transcript says. Can you give us an example?
Here is an interesting one. There are more people alive today than have ever died in all of human history.
Wow, that really makes you think. It's a surprising fact that immediately makes me want to hear more. It creates curiosity.
It does. And with the internet, you can find surprising facts about almost any topic. You just need to do a little research.
That's a good tip. So we have starting with a question and starting with a surprising fact. What is the third and best way to start a speech?
The best way to start a speech is to start with a story.
A story. That's so interesting. Why are stories so powerful?
Think about how we tell stories to children. We often start with the magic words, "Once upon a time."
And what happens when a child hears those words?
They lean forward, they get quiet, they get ready to listen, they are engaged. From when we were children, we have been trained to pay attention when a story is coming.
That's so true. But in a business meeting, a CEO probably doesn't say, "Once upon a time."
No, probably not. But there is a grown-up way to say "once upon a time." You start your story by setting a specific time and place.
Can you give an example of how that sounds?
Sure. Instead of saying, today I will talk about public speaking, you could start with a story like this. Last October, I was in this very room. There were about 120 people here, and I was talking to an expert on public speaking. He said something to me that changed the way I think about communication.
Wow, that is so much more engaging. Now I want to know what he said.
Exactly. You've created a moment of curiosity. A story connects you to the audience on a human level. People are interested in other people.
So a good story is about people, not just about things or data.
Yes. If you want to tell a good story about a software company, don't just talk about the software. Talk about the people who built the software. What were their challenges? What did they sacrifice?
Sacrifice is a good word. It means to give up something you value for a more important reason.
It is. And when you tell a personal story, it helps the audience to trust you and care about you. Once they trust and care about you, they will be ready to hear your message, your data, and your ideas.
So let's do a quick review of the 3 good ways to start a speech.
The first way is to start with a question that is important to your audience.
The second way is to start with a surprising fact that makes them think.
And the best way is to start with a personal story that connects you to the topic and to the audience.
This has been a really helpful lesson, Matt. It's not just about what you say, but how you begin.
It is. A strong start can make all the difference. And for everyone listening, a great way to practice is to think about your own stories. What personal story can you connect to your work or your studies?
That's a great piece of homework. Well, that's all the time we have for today. We hope this was a helpful lesson on the language of starting a speech.
Yes, thank you all for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe and share this episode. And for today's comment, tell us one surprising fact that you know.
Ooh, that's a fun one. We would love to read your answers. Until next time, keep practicing.
And have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.